rural hospital in my vicinity. That's the guy I'm voting for. And then the guy he's voting for is literally like, hey, there might be a black person or, oh, God forbid, a Guatemalan that takes advantage of the rural hospital. We should just dump the hospital.
That's a great guy. He's the best president we've had since Reagan.
Makes a lot of money.
See, that's one of his businesses. He makes money.
You don't mind that?
No, I'm not.
He has a money-making business.
I don't mind it at all. Not at all.
What do you make of this?
It's great. It's kind of signifies Trump, signifies his brand, and it signifies America. Luxury, golf, great pride.
It's the Turning Point Student Action Conference. It's designed for Gen Z attendees. It's one of the most mobile kind of youth MAGA groups in the country. It's one of the reasons why a lot of younger Gen Z men in particular swung their vote to Donald Trump in 2024.
Free healthcare.
Here, influencer culture, hard right politics, and an array of merch are all unified under the MAGA brand.
Content creation industrial complex. So every single booth is making some form of content.
I think that we have so many wins in this second administration. I mean, we literally have closed the border. All the promises that he has made so far have been kept.
We're in the merch area.
A lot of people kind of concerned about allegations of self-dealing in the Trump administration. So Donald Trump is accepting a $400 million Qatari jet. He's made $380 million roughly on a meme coin. Do you guys have any concerns about that?
No, not really. At the end of the day, the big beautiful bill passed, and that's all I really care about.
What's right about accepting a $400 million gift from another state, though?
What's wrong about accepting it?
Could be called a bribe.
By what standard?
By the general definition of what a bribe is.
Well, what did they get in exchange for it?
Well, I guess we don't know yet, right? But
Until you know, it's speculation.
So who's giving the gift and why?
The state of Qatar is giving the gift.
Again, I want to know both sides. I'd like to be part of.
I'm in favor, for the record. It's a bribe. My controversial opinion, it's a bribe, but let Qatar have a bribe. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just be Israel and Saudi Arabia, you know? Let Qatar get a bribe in there.
This gift.
Just watching Russell Brand, who has pled not guilty to multiple counts of sexual assault in the UK.
I think this is one of the grossest aspects of America. There's plenty of disgusting aspects of American existence. But I will say the grossest aspect of American existence is that we take all of the grifters from all around the world and we just bring them here and we celebrate them. We cherish them. Andrew Wakefield is another great example of this. Previously, he was a doctor. He's most responsible for the vaccines cause autism discourse because he wanted to sell his own version of the MMR vaccine. So he like very clearly faked results. And then when that was found by the British government, they took away his license. He was no longer a doctor, right? They de-doctored him, whatever you want to call it. And lo and behold, he came to America. Now he has now he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year doing conferences about the same debunked research. It's so crazy. We literally are a country where it's just like, oh, are you a rapist? Please come to America. Please come to America. You can continue raping. We love you.
Welcome with open arms here. Pretty large crowd.
Inside the arena, a long line of MAGA superstars take their turns delivering speeches geared to a new generation of conservatives.
If I ask a girl out on a date and I get one word wrong, she could report me for sexual harassment.
Is interested in destruction.
Let's be real, big dog. Ain't nobody's going on a date with you.
Why are my cities disgusting? I don't even want to go there. It smells like weed and halal food.
It's a threat to freedom itself. So let it be known that Donald Trump is a man of his word.
Listening to Russ Ulbricht, who is the creator of Silk Road site.
serving 2 life sentences until Trump got into office. He's a hero to people who believe very passionately in Bitcoin, shows this transition and mainstreaming of crypto investment in the MAGA movement too. Trump courted the crypto community during the 2024 election.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Thank you.
And then, days before his inauguration, he helped launch a Trump crypto coin. It's been described as the greatest grift of his entire presidency.
President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump each launched their own cryptocurrency coin.
His family's use of the meme coin has raised ethical and legal concerns because of how much money it makes the president and his family businesses personally.
Hello, guys.
While hundreds of thousands of buyers lost money on the coin, top investors were rewarded with access to the president at a VIP White House event.
How is this not the president using the office to enrich himself?
All of the president's assets are in a blind trust, which is managed by his children.
Backstage, we met Steve Bannon, one of the architects of the America First movement.
I got a direct too. Commies don't come over here from England and have any.
I mean,
there's no aesthetic.
Trump's move into meme coins, with its anonymous purchasers, has made the administration vulnerable to foreign influence.
He launched his coin a couple of days before inauguration, and obviously has rewarded the top 25 purchasers of meme coin
I saw the dinner
with an audience at the White House.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not have any concerns about that? How is that America First?
I don't, because you have a whole, listen, part of this thing with that aspect of bringing in these young entrepreneurs is we're trying to get entrepreneurial capitalism,
They're not
right?
just young. They're not just young entrepreneurs.
Well, I'm sure
Some
they
of
got,
them
I'm
are
sure
folks,
I'm sure they got the David Sachs
Chinese
of the
Communist
world.
Party.
Yeah, that I got a problem with. But like I said, I get so much on my plate right now. I just don't even focus on the meme coins.
I know you're saying you're not spending a lot of time with it, but there's not an element of it that disturbs you.
You don't got shit on your plate, big dog. Get the out of here. Ugh.
Just the potential for massive conflict of interest, of foreign interests influencing the U.S. government, of influencing the U.S. president.
I just don't think to me, the crypto thing is not at that big a level.
And yet, Bannon himself took on a strategic ownership position with a different meme coin called FJB, marketed around anti-Joe Biden memes. It was also marred by controversy.
How could something named FJB be a scam? That's a deeply rooted primal scream.
Just on the FJB coin, you know, there was obviously a controversy a few years ago. You were supposed to be donating some of that 8% commission fee or sales fee to charities, veteran charities.
Yeah.
Reporting suggesting that you guys didn't do that at the time.
I wasn't part of management, but I was told, I think the management did it.
You owned it?
No, I didn't. We just don't know. In fact, we had no control of FJB at all. We owned
something you pushed
coins
consistently on your
No. We
channels.
only had about 3 or 4. I had about 3. I put it up my thing, but I only had like 3 or 4 means. So I put a lot of money into it. I think I put $500,000 into it. And
did you lose it all?
Yeah, I think it all went to zero.
You lost all of it?
Yeah.
There was also
because we never took any cash out. But those guys, I'm pretty sure if you talk to Boris and the team, I'm pretty sure they gave all the money they were supposed to the charities.
So if I called up those charities and asked them, they would tell me that?
Yeah, I think so. But I would talk to Boris Epstein. The guys are actually close to the management.
But it was you and Boris who were doing it together, right?
Boris and a bunch of other people. You know, I lost $500,000, but it's.
There was some reporting at the time. There was some reporting at the time saying the DOJ was looking into it. Were you ever contacted by the DOJ about that one?
I don't think that's all.
No?
That's all phony. I think that's fake news. I think it's pretty good disclosure about what you're getting into. If people can
even the president of the United States can make hundreds of millions of dollars out of it.
I have no problem with
via foreign investment.
I have no problem with that.
It's not an ideological deal breaker for you.
Definitely not an ideological deal breaker at all. Great, always great. Thanks, guys. Love the Guardian. Okay,
you might need to get your mic. You can tell that people are uncomfortable with this stuff, and I got that from that, sure, but not an ideological deal breaker. That was the line for me.
We have 10. Tucker said 61 million. I don't care if it's
Trump meme coins worth 930 million are set to unlock, testing crypto demand while growing the president's fortune. That's the president, dude. Yep. Bag alert. God, MAGA supporters are so stupid. They're so dumb. They're just getting farmed. And they're getting farmed openly. Like Trump doing a meme coin is basically like Donald Trump being like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm in it for the money, dog. And his supporters are like, hell yeah, Mr. President. We love that. Please us more. Please. I love getting by you. Approximately 40% of PA are rural areas with no public transit. What's your solution to that? The reason America is on the trajectory it is rural areas get absolutely nothing from their politicians or communities and want no one else to have anything good out of spite. This is correct. This is not an incorrect assessment. But it makes sense. The less you have, the more you're like, welcome. I'm on a trajectory to blow this whole thing up. Claiming our rural communities don't get anything is hilarious. They're heavily subsidized. They don't like Philly because it's a liberal city and the rest of the state is very conservative. No. I think that rural communities are in a state of disrepair, an absolute state of disrepair. They are heavily subsidized, and yet they're still in a state of absolute disrepair. Both of these things can be true at the same time. I think their hatred for rural areas does stem from white supremacy. Who's dumber, MAGA supporters or self-described Democrats or libs? Oh, MAGA supporters. That's not even a question. Because self-described Democrats are annoying, but at least, like, they've duped themselves into believing that the Democrats are at least, like, channeling the right kind of policy, or at least, like, on the right side of this duopoly. Whereas the Republicans are actively championing their own demise. If you ask the average liberal, if you ask the average self-described Democrat, yeah, they might be silly to think that, like, the Democrats actually care about, you know, Medicare for all. But at least there's enough Democrats that say, like, oh, we got to move in the direction of more health care for people. Republicans, on the other hand, are actively like, no, I want less health care. I want less health care. I want to make sure that we firebomb the remaining rural hospital in my vicinity. That's the guy I'm voting for. And then the guy he's voting for is literally like, hey, there might be a black person or, oh, God forbid, a Guatemalan that takes advantage of the rural hospital. We should just dump the hospital. And they go, hell yeah, I'd rather kill myself than let a Guatemalan get health care. That's it. So, no, they're actively championing their own demise. So there is not even a question. It 100%, like, the Republicans are even dumber. At least liberals are duped into believing that, like, the Democrats are the good guys, okay? The Democrats are on the right side of politics or some shit. The Republicans make no... They don't even entertain the notion of being the good guys in politics. They literally are actively like, I'm a bad guy and you're a piece of shit too. And together we're going to hurt all of your enemies, okay? Like, and yeah, the Democrats virtue signal, Republicans vice signal. I'd rather take the virtue signalers every day of the week than the vice signalers. I'm frustrated with the Democrats because of their ineptitude. I'm frustrated with the Democratic Party because of their lack of interest in actually doing right by its constituents, doing right for America. But I hate the Republican politicians because they're all demonic. And if you were to ask me about, like, the base of voters, just talk to a Republican. Talk to a libtard, okay, of the highest degree. Someone who's just like, Mamala would have saved this country. And then talk to a Republican, and you will very quickly understand the difference there. Like, the online liberal commentary sphere is not reflective of the average liberal at all. The online liberal commentary sphere is just way more predisposed with, like, drama and improving their own personal standing somehow by consistently shit. They're not actually invested in, like, defending the Democratic Party. There are honest liberals, like Philip DeFranco, I would say, is a straightforward liberal. He's a straight ticket Democrat voter. He actually does care about the Democratic Party, right? And he has his own worldview. He's not gonna be just, like, spending a good deal of time, I don't know, actively shitting on the left or whatever. He just kind of sees that as, like, people. He has, like, a Bernie Sanders to anti-Zionist approach to it. You know what I mean? Where he's like, Bernie Sanders is a liberal Zionist, but he's not going to get in the way of anti-Zionists. He's not going to actively defend it. He's not going to actively push for it. He's not going to say it himself, but he's going to stay out of the way. Philip DeFranco is in a similar capacity where he's just like, he's a progressive. He's not going to stand in the way of more progressive people. He's not going to spend a good deal of time just, like, creating drama or anything like that. He's just a progressive, you know? Most liberals are like that. Giving libs way too much credit here? No, you're wrong. I don't think I am. I think your brain is poisoned by online commentary liberals. Liberals are squishy, but with squishy comes a bit of compassion and care for others, at least. Not necessarily about other countries, but at least they care about the poor or whatever. Conservatives want to melt the poor. Yeah, for sure. Like, conservatives are actively taking an antagonistic position against the poor. liberals at least want to like kind of help them and don't really know how and don't really understand why the Democrats aren't doing it and don't care enough to like aggressively pursue these policy positions. Republicans actively want to kill the poor, and they're incredibly stupid. That's the other thing. They're so dumb. I can't explain this to you. You just have to go out and talk to them, man. Like, between the two groups of people that we're talking about, like a liberal in the wild at least knows up from down. A Republican in the wild unironically is closely resembling what you see as like bot accounts on Twitter. Like their brain is so melted. I mean, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Like 95% of the Republican policy prescriptions are for problems that they hallucinated. It's just not true. Ask a Republican how they feel about any particular issue, and they will just tell you things that are patently untrue. There's no, like, I mean, objectively, okay? Ask them about anything. They're going to be like, it's not real. Climate change, fake, woke, gay, science, medicine, vaccines. Like, they are just, their worldview is held together by their collective psychosis, just a refusal to reckon with reality. That's it. That's just how modern republicanism is. There's nothing, like, you can convince a lot of those people, you can shake them out of that stupor, you can bring them back to reality, and the closer they arrive at reality, the closer they move away from reactionary sentiment. But overall, you know, it's just the political movement is unironically built together by just like hatred and animosity. Yeah, there you go. You want to see the modern Republican politics? Here it is. This is good? I mean, yeah, it is. It's just that Labubus are demonic. That's why. Anyway, yeah, you guys don't know about Pazuzu? Labubus are actually, Pazuzu is a depiction of the Antichrist. It's the devil. Speaking of the Antichrist, Anthony Blinken, recognizing a Palestinian state is a rebuke to Hamas, but France, Canada, and the UK are doing it too hastily. The plan won't work without conditions. Thanks, Anthony.
But it's embarrassing to be a liberal now. When you say you're a liberal, I immediately think you have colorful hair, you work at a coffee shop, I think you're kind of a loser, you have like mental disorders you gave yourself.
Liberalism is also monoculture, okay? It's a complete liberal victory. It's a complete liberal cultural victory in the United States of America and around the world. So, like, what people assume they are when they say they're liberal is so all-encompassing, okay? Everyone is technically a liberal at the end of the day. I mean, there's so many Republicans that are just, like, behaving exactly like liberals do. It's just, like, it's whatever the status quo is. Liberalism is the status quo. What is this? Vivid Prowess is Indian. Inevitable West is Indian. Doge Designer is Indian. Trump Update HQ is Indian. Sarah for Trump is Indian. Radio Genoa is Cambodian. Elena Watch, journalist, is Indian. Cheryl E is Indian. There are loads more. Cosplaying as Jewish or white nationalist is easy to spot as well. Search cricket or this to see what comes back. This is why it's easy to grift from the far right. I can start a new account tomorrow and just tweet bullshit about immigration and old videos with anti-Muslim captions on it. They would think I'm their new savior. It's true. I also do kind of feel like they should get the bag. Like, it sucks. It sucks that it's actually like breaking the brains of so many, you know, white supremacists in America that are ready to go. But also at the same time, it's like, you know, it's good that they're making money. I mean, it's a lot more. $35 a month for a dude living in India is a lot more money than what $35 is going to do to an American white supremacist, you know? So who knows?
10 or 20, they all must be deported. Mass deportations now, amnesty number.
Amid these allegations of self-dealing, Trump has followed through on some of his most extreme promises. Mass deportations and a spending bill that could strip millions of people of food and health assistance. While the beginning of his second term was wealthy, we headed out across Florida to see its impact on the more vulnerable.
heading towards this new detention center that the Trump administration created. They're calling it Alligator Alcatraz. It's basically a tent detention center with not many facilities. It's really very symbolic of what this administration has been doing with its agenda of mass deportations, which is as quickly as possible, with as little humanity as possible. We have no idea who's going to be there, who we'll meet on the way, but I think we should just see who we meet. Ooh. What is this? Maybe this is it. Yeah, look. Is this it? We're from The Guardian, the newspaper.
You're from where? Really?
From The Guardian.
Awesome.
Yeah, just coming to see what everybody's doing here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. There's nothing. We were going to try to run down there.
Yeah.
But there's a cop.
I think you'd be pretty brave to do that in this country right now.
That's a liberal. You think that person is busy online watching like Hutch or Sex Pestiny talking about how the left is the reason why the left is the reason why Kamala Harris lost? That's not a Maoist, you know? That's a person with a conscience. This is why I say, like, I'd much prefer liberals to Republicans in general.
I was shocked they had a sign up. I thought they'd try to hide the entrance or something.
I think they're kind of proud of it, aren't they?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
This is the only thing we have left to say, this is not what we want, stop it.
Have you been paying much attention to other stuff that Trump is doing with his own business interests?
Sure.
I just wonder if you know about Trump Coin and...
Yes. Oh, yes. All his merchandise as well. And he's a billionaire now, and he was broke when we elected him, probably. Right.
I just wonder what you think about, because I'm trying to think about it and process it myself, about the contrast of that with this.
It's all part of the same thing. Yeah. For him, it's all about power and money. He's doing everything he can to make money while he's president, and his sons and his daughter as well. But he knows he has to be in power to maintain that, and this is all about power. Yeah.
Hi. Did you just come from the center?
Oh yeah.
What do you do there?
My cousin's in there, but
Did you get a chance to see him or not?
no, they're not letting nobody in.
What do you think about it?
He's not a criminal, man. He's here to work. He's been here 25 years with nothing on his record, and they won't even let him out. No nothing, no ticket, no nothing. I don't know why he stay here. Cutting the state's grass, doing everything for the state, paying his taxes. Yeah, he don't have no documents, but he's the one picking up and cutting y'all grass.
What does he say about it?
They're not getting treated. They're getting treated like prisoners, basically. And he got caught working. He didn't get caught doing anything else.
Has he got kids?
He has kids, yeah.
How old are his kids?
Little, like 10 and 8.
What do you think that says about this country right now?
Oh, without immigrants, this is gonna go down.
This country?
Oh, everything, yeah. Especially with the president they got. I don't know, we got a felon in the White House, right? But these are the people that he got in here that don't even got a ticket.
Just the reality of what's happening in this country on a daily basis to so many families. And it's not the reality that you see on many news channels in this country too. Our final stop in this trip across the state was Palm Beach County, home to some of the wealthiest people in the country, and also some of the largest income disparities in Florida. So we're going to a food pantry just outside Palm Beach. The last time we were here was 5 years ago, right after the 2020 election was won by Joe Biden. I get the sense the feeling might be quite different this time. Today, many members of the local Haitian community are afraid to turn up.
Some of them scared to come. It's hard, you can imagine, no food, and then you stay home, even a place like that.
It's so funny, people still go get him out base. Got time to cut grass, but don't got time to get papers. Get him out base. Listen, when your filthy ass crawled out of your mother's pussy on U.S. soil, you didn't do shit, okay? You're nothing. You contribute nothing to American society. You're just a hateful little monster, a weak, pathetic, hateful little monster that gets off on imagining that those with less fortune than you are somehow actually worse than you. You have to fantasize about these people being violent people. I'm actually a hardworking American, and I appreciated immigrants, but when they got coming in this country without paperwork, get them out. You will never understand the reason as to why people come here without paperwork. You will never comprehend it because, like I said, you're a hateful little monster who knows that he's getting over by the extremely wealthy people in society, and you are too servile and too peasant-brained to actually look up and face who's actually oppressing you. So you have to look down and actively put other people in a second-class status so you can feel superior to something, to anything. That's what a cowardly, pathetic worm like yourself does. You might fancy yourself to be this patriotic American. You're just like, get him out. Talking about get him out. Meanwhile, your great-grandparents came here under similar circumstances, okay? You were just fortunate enough to be born on U.S. soil. That person wasn't. You don't understand the conditions that they had to go through. You don't even think for a brief moment as to why that person's immigration status after 25 years is still in legal limbo. You don't even seem to get mad at the system that has kept that person undocumented this entire time. You think that person is a villain. You think that person is your enemy. That person is incredibly similar to you. But because you're so afraid to punch up that you have to constantly punch down to hope or to create an alternative reality for yourself where you can have a shred of superiority. You're not superior. You're inferior. You're weak. You're pathetic. And I do not respect you. And neither does anyone in your life. And that is precisely why you find yourself in a Twitch chat saying idiotic shit about people who were literally sent to a concentration camp after 25 years of working on U.S. soil instead of getting the proper paperwork clearance. It's that simple. Actually, I live with an illegal immigrant. He's been trying for years to get his paperwork, so I don't know exactly what he's going through. The fact that you sit on your high horse in your big multi-million-dollar mansion spitting propaganda, I'm trying to humanize him who lives with you, okay? You're telling me you live with an illegal immigrant, you understand his plight, and yet you have no sympathy whatsoever for other illegal immigrants? You are the dumbest on the planet. Holy dude. Wake up. Wake up. I love every single one of these servile little serfs that come in here and go, oh, well, guess what? You're rich. Yeah, I am, bitch. Okay. Aren't you supposed to respect me more because I have more money than you? I thought that was your worldview. Why the fuck are you speaking up to me? Okay. Keep looking down. That's so funny. What an own, dude. Oh, you speak from your multi-million-dollar mansion. Okay, dude. Yeah, I am. What an own, dude. You got me. I have a nice house. You owned me. That still doesn't change your position. That doesn't change that you have to constantly others over. You have to constantly keep putting people down, okay? I have sympathy for illegal immigrants, but when they continue to come into this country untethered and without paperwork, this cannot continue as you see a lot of places in America are being taken over and brought down by these immigrants coming into this country. Name one place that has been brought down by immigrant takeovers. It doesn't exist. This is precisely what I was talking about when I said Republicans hallucinate, dude. Every position that a Republican has developed is a complete hallucination. It just does not exist. It is not real. What you consider to be an immigrant takeover is like the fact that you had to hear Spanish one time in your life on U.S. soil and it spooked you, okay? The f do you mean immigrants are coming in untethered and taking over? How the f do you think the American nation state was developed? That is how your nasty grandparents came here too. New York is a clear example of what happens when you let immigrants come into the country untethered. Now that there are new laws in place, they're out of this country, and look at New York now clean. Again, once again, back to back. Not only did you hallucinate an insane reality that doesn't exist where you said New York was a shithole because of immigrants, you also hallucinated a reality where New York was somehow rid of its migrant population, which didn't happen, and now New York is clean. Not a single thing you said was real. You literally exist in a totally separate field, dude. That is not real at all. You live in some bump backwater town in Idaho fantasizing about what goes on in New York. What the f are you saying? Shut the f up. Now, you don't have to be like this. You don't have to be a hateful little monster, okay? You don't. Seemingly, you say you live with an illegal immigrant, okay? I actually live in Texas, so you're wrong about that. Okay, my bad. Backwater bump Texas down instead of Idaho. My bad. You wouldn't be able to put food on your table if it wasn't for migrant workers in this goddamn country. Show some respect. Bitch ass. They deserve so much more. They deserve proper documentation and proper wages. But you're too stupid and too deluded into thinking that they are you over when it's actually the people that design the system that's you over. And the less you have, the more angry you get. Think immigrants are me over. You're a dumbass. Wake the f up. Wake up. Okay? Here's some hard to swallow pills for you. Okay? I'm not gonna whitewash it for your idiotic for in a way that you will. I'm not gonna coddle you for having this stupid position. Jesus Christ, dude. Enjoy the show. Trump is really saving America, right? He's making it great again, right? He's taking out the swamp, right? Thank God. Voting for the Epstein affiliate was fantastic. Fantastic design for this country. Trump is amazing. Yeah, he's amazing at kids, dude. And you love that he's kids, I guess. That's what you love, don't you? You nasty little pervert. You nasty little freak. Oh, Trump is amazing. What is one thing Trump has done for you? One thing. Name one thing. Don't say he closed the border, because your stupid ass doesn't understand that that is not good for you in general. Okay? Name one thing. What did he do? Oh, he banned trans athletes from the NCAA. Did that actually fix the cost of living? Are things more affordable for you? Dumb? No. Is your rent cheaper now? No. What happened? Oh, but at least the 20 athletes in the NCAA don't get to participate because they were trans. Right? Do you have more money in your pocket? No. He was going to end the wars. Look how fast he ended the wars. He has Benjamin Netanyahu's dick shoved so far up his asshole that he's literally speaking out of his mouth. He's communicating with his penis. I actually work at a grocery store. Oh my God, this guy works in a grocery store. He's not even a small business owner. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said he lowered prices, bro. Oh my God, you literally, you work at a grocery store, dude. Wake up. He doesn't care about you. The Democrats don't either, but he certainly doesn't even try to make it seem like he cares about you. And you're still going, Trump is amazing. How do I reach out to you, man? How? Yeah. Also, grocery CEOs, grocery CEO explains Trump tariffs are impacting prices at his grocery store. Prices are going to obviously go up because of the tariffs. One day, hopefully, one day, inshallah, you're going to wake up from your stupor, okay? One day. How can you be a Texan that works at a grocery store and you're like, Trump's amazing? Oh my God, dude. Dude, what the? Your landlord is going to demand a crumb of pussy from your girlfriend instead of increasing the rent next month. And you're like, Trump is amazing. Why? He just made the transgenders not play in the high school sports. It's okay. He's my landlord. He owns me. This is what I will never understand with no capital, zero capital, but they're capitalists. People constantly say, Hasan, how can you say you're a socialist? How can you say you're a socialist? You're rich. You got no capital. You work at a grocery store. You don't own the store. You work there. Where is the deed to the factory, chatter? Yeah, sure, the mom and pop stores will be affected, but big corporations that supply most of America will not be facing the big problem. Dog, you are not John Croger. You are literally saying Trump is going to destroy mom and pop grocery stores, but the big grocery stores are going to be fine. First of all, you're wrong on that front as well, but it doesn't even matter. How is that good for the country? You are just admitting that Trump is bad for the country. Are you Mr. Ralph's? Are you Anderson Pavilion? No. Are you John Croger? No. What the fuck is wrong with you? At least the monopolies are fine, good sir. What do you think happens when there's less market competition? Do you think companies that own all the grocery store chains, they magically reduce prices? Are you stupid? Oh, I know the answer. You said Trump is amazing, but goddamn. Not only are you wrong on the immigration side, you're wrong on everything. This is what I was saying. I'm glad that there's a Trump supporter in here so that they can finally show chatters exactly what I was talking about when I said, talk to a Trump supporter and you will very quickly find out that they are living on a different reality, a totally different reality. Listen, Advocate for your best interests. Okay, chatter? Please, I beg you. Okay? I want to shake you until your brain keeps hitting the back walls of your skull. Until you can advocate for your best interests. Okay? The rich do it every day. The wealthy do it all day. Your bosses, the people that own the grocery chain that you work at, they demand more from the government. You're so stupid that you don't even want to do it. You are advocating for their best interest. What's wrong with you? You work at the grocery store. You don't own the grocery store. Why the f are you a Trump supporter? You think the wealthy became wealthy by sucking up to the wealthy? No. They fought for their best interests until they got to a different class position, and then they kept advocating for that class interest as well. Oh. Why the f do you think a billionaire born with a silver spoon as a New York Democrat his whole life and a Jeffrey Epstein affiliate for most of his life gives a single shred of a about a Texan grocery store clerk, dude? How dumb do you gotta be? Do you think that if you suck up hard enough to Republicans that eventually you'll be rich like they are? It's not gonna happen. You're too stupid to advocate for your best interest now. You're never gonna make it. Wake up. Yeah, you don't understand. If the monopolies do well, their profits will trickle down to my pocket. I'm actually a grocery store manager for over 10 years. I've been seeing the climate of this country's economy dwindle under Biden's command now that Trump is in command. Oh, he's a manager. Oh, damn, dude. You're going to make it out the cut. I swear, brother. Yeah, this makes a little bit more sense. He thinks he's part of the team because he's a management class. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the faceless, lifeless, actual owners of the franchise that you're operating, those are the that are making the real money. You just get to see like maybe a little bit more than the people who you are in command over, okay? And it makes you feel like you're part of the team. You're not part of the team. Also, Biden, you're like, yeah, hell yeah, brother. I've been a grocery store manager for 10 years, dude. I got a Camaro. You know, I ain't never making enough disposable income to put aside so they can purchase a home, but it's fine. Trump's going to fix that. Yeah. One more Guatemalan that gets deported from this country, and then I'll have a home. Okay. One day, big dog is coming for you. I swear. You're a manager and you have a roommate. Did you not think that perhaps the economic system that you are existing under is up at any point? Did you not think like, I've been a manager for 10 years? Why the f do I still have a roommate in Texas? You're not even in like California. You're in Texas. At no point did it come. At no point did this not confuse you where you're like, I have been a manager for 10 years. When is the bag coming? I still have a roommate in Texas of all places. Is this the future that I thought I was going to have when I was a kid playing Madden with my friends? No. At some point, some shit's got to change, no? Perhaps Trump is not the savior you thought it was. Isn't the American dream supposed to be that one day you can open a business and thrive in your community? This dude is literally saying Trump nuked the American dream of owning a local shop because the superstores will easily be able to tank his tariffs while local entrepreneurs get snuffed out. Trump is amazing, though. I know. None of it makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Unless he's lying about having an